I have already visited 45 countries and Thailand is by all means in my top 3 by now. My first time here was during the New Year holidays of 2017, and for the last 18 months I spent the majority of my time in Phuket, the biggest island of Thailand. In this video I wanted to share with you guys 19 things I wish I knew beforehand and some of the mistakes I've made. Hope this video will be helpful when you decide to come to this magnificent country. Few of the things I will share are relevant only for some parts of the country, but are still worth mentioning. There is no specific order for the things I want to share, but I saved the heartbreaking truth for the last one, so stay tuned till the very end. If you are new here, I'm Artem, a digital nomad and remote work advocate. Let's get this video done. Starting with number 1, visas. It's always exciting to do some paperwork, right? Just joking. Luckily, Thailand has an extensive list of countries exempt from getting a visa, which means that if you hold a passport of US, UK, Australia, Singapore, European Union, Israel, Ukraine, Turkey, China, Russia, you don't need to get a visa. Just fly to Thailand and you will be granted usually a 30-day permit to stay in the country. I will leave the list of the countries which don't need a visa in the description below. Sometimes, especially during the high season, 30-day period may be increased to 45 or even to 90 days. Officials make a separate announcement about this, so check before you fly, and also check the stamp they put in your passport. It will say the day you have to leave. In case you want to stay beyond the granted period of time, you don't need to leave the country. You could visit immigration center and get a so-called visa extension for another 30 days. Just bring your passport and 1900 baht, around 50 bucks. You can get the extension only once and will need to leave the country after that. But of course, you can come back or explore long-term visa options. Some of them you can apply to while in Thailand, the most popular being a student visa. Next thing, Thailand is a very safe country. Of course, bad things happen, but in general, it's safe to travel, it's safe to walk at night, no one is locking bikes, you can leave your helmet on the bike, you can leave your belongings on the beach when you go swimming. As far as I can tell, it's a safe environment for solo female travelers as well. Of course, it's not first-hand experience, but I asked my wife and some of the female friends, everyone feels safe here. Friends, in order to boost the feeling of safety on this channel, I appreciate if you could smash the like button and push subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Kapon krap. Next up, when to come. It depends on the region, but as a rule of thumb, I would say that the high season is somewhat November through March. April is the hottest period, and from May you get the wet season until September, October. Actually, wet season is my favorite time. Yes, you do get showers, sometimes for the whole day, but most of the time it rains during nighttime and not more than 30 minutes during the day. No crowds on the beaches, less traffic, prices, especially for accommodation, are lower. Great time. Speaking of accommodation, especially if you come for an extended period of time, I would consider renting a serviced apartment. Another name is condominium, or just a condo. You may book through Airbnb, usually at a higher price, but you pay by card, get support from the platform, and can choose through reviews, or you book using local platforms of Facebook Marketplace. You may just come to a condo you like and talk to reception. Prices vary greatly depending on the location and the season. I would say that for a short-term contract, you can have a nice studio 20 to 30 minutes from the beach, starting from, give or take, $300. Don't forget that electricity will be billed separately, and if you use the air conditioner 24/7, your bill may easily reach $150 to $200 in a small apartment. Thus, don't forget to turn it off when you leave. Wi-Fi, on the contrary, is usually included in the rental price. What about getting around? In the majority of places, public transport is a joke, unfortunately, so the easiest way is to go by taxi. Regular taxis don't like to use taximeters and usually are more expensive, so a better option is to use ride-hailing apps. There is no Uber here, so you need to download an app called Grab. Here, you can book a taxi, a motorbike taxi, and order food. It's a very popular platform. Other options would be Bolt and InDrive. Sometimes Grab is cheaper, sometimes Bolt or InDrive. Check prices and choose. The only exception with apps are Bangkok airports. You can't book a ride through the app, so use the official taxi stands. It's straightforward, always with the meter, and official prices are quite low. A great option if you fly to Bangkok. A wonderful way to explore Thai islands is by renting a car or a scooter. It's important, really important, that you don't forget to wear a helmet and hold a valid driver's license. It's not only a matter of your safety, but also if you don't look local enough, 99% chances that police will stop you. And it's better to be compliant. Check if your driver's license is valid outside your country, as local police often ask for an international license. If you go by scooter, you need a dedicated motorbike driver license. A driver license for a car will not work. If you're not compliant, the ticket is usually 1,000 baht, around $30. Next is my favorite one, Thai food. Don't forget to ask for a little spicy when you order, as usually food is very hot for Westerners, especially if you go south of the country. The more you go to the south, the spicier it gets. Local food is very affordable. A regular dish, fried rice or noodles with vegetables or chicken will send you back $2–3. Delivery is also extremely cheap, usually under $2. So when we order a quick lunch with my wife, it costs us $7–8 altogether, food for two and the delivery. Another specifics is that locals really like to add sugar to food and drinks. When you order a cappuccino, a mango shake, or even a papaya salad, it's worth mentioning you want it without sugar, or no sweet, as it's usually called here. As for food safety, it's up to you to decide, but me and my wife had 0 incidents during our time here, so don't be shy to try local shanks. Despite my love for Thai food, sometimes I crave Western food, and this is when it gets more expensive. You have all restaurants you may want, French, Italian, German, Spanish, but prices will be much closer to Europe or US. Still cheaper, but 3, 4, 5 times more expensive than local food. What is also interesting is that cash is still king in Thailand. Majority of places are cash only or using a local payment option named Prompt Pay. It's only available if you have a local bank account. Higher-end restaurants, shopping malls do accept cards. Some accept only physical cards and not Apple or Google Pay. Some add 3% charge on top of your bill if you pay by card, so having some cash with you is a good idea. You can bring dollars or euros in cash and exchange it here. You can exchange cryptocurrencies. Exchange offices are on every corner, especially in tourist areas. You may use an ATM to withdraw cash from a machine. Please pay attention that your bank may charge you a fee, and the ATM itself will charge you 220 baht, which is around $7, irrespective of the sum you withdraw. If you still want to use an ATM, withdraw more and keep it in the safe at home, not to pay commissions every time. Usually, maximum cap for withdrawal is 20 or 30,000 baht, depending on the ATM operator. Few more things to make your trip even better. Download a translation app like Google Translate. Locals are not always English speaking, and this might help a lot. Buy a local SIM card. You can easily do it at the airport or in any shop in the city. Data is usually not expensive. A prepaid SIM card for 7 days will be around 200 baht, let's say $1 a day. tourist SIM at the airport slightly more expensive. I pay for a year of unlimited mobile data less than $100. I would love to mention specifically my beloved 7-Eleven. Tiny shops where you have anything you may need, literally anything, from water, sunscreen and ready-made food to local traditional medicine or even basic car parts. Pay in cash, as cards are accepted only starting at 200 baht. So, if you want a bottle of water, card is not an option. Interestingly enough, 7-Eleven is the only place in Thailand which doesn't use local PhonePe. When you visit stores in Thailand to buy alcohol or beer, you may need to check your watches. I don't have watches actually. As alcohol is not for sale between 2 and 5 p.m. and also after 9 or 10 p.m. You can still buy it at the bar or a cafe, and to be very honest, in a small local shop as well, but not at a supermarket. Thailand is famous for its martial arts, Thai boxing or Muay Thai. I think visiting Thailand is a great excuse to buy a couple of training sessions at a local gym. There are lots of options from very basic ones to more expensive high-end gyms, some of them 5 minutes from the beach, so you could go directly to the sea after your training. Don't panic if you have never tried anything like that. No need to sparring, and no one will get hurt. It's a very friendly place, welcoming boys and girls, professional and amateurs. Try it, and I believe you will enjoy it. My wife and her friends like it a lot. Consider it a cardio session, but lots of fun. Price is anywhere between 200 and 800 baht for a group session of 90 minutes or 2 hours. And the last one for today, but a very important point which actually breaks my heart. Thailand is famous for its elephants, and you may find elephant zoos all over the place. While some of them are very elephant friendly, others treat animals badly, riding on them, keeping them in chains, hurting with spears, piercing ears. That is a real disaster, and I want to ask you guys to ignore such places. Usually, you can tell whether it's good or bad just by looking at Google Maps rating. Non-friendly places always advertise elephant riding and have a low score around 3 or 3.5 stars. Elephant-friendly places have ratings of 4.5 and more. Support those who support elephants. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comment section below. Take care, and I see you in the next video.